How to take action when no part of you wants to. Hey, beautiful people. I have my notebook. Funny story. I created this video. It was great. It was amazing. And then I had no sound. So here I am again, trying to take action when no part of me actually wants to take action. The video was amazing. I shared this whole story about how I burnt a hole in the back deck. I kid you not, last night I burned a hole. It's like this big. I'll put a photo up. Burn a hole in the back deck from the ashes from the fireplace that I put in a plastic bag and I put outside thinking it was cold. This morning, my daughter comes inside. Actually, she was outside and she yells out to me, said, "Mom, you burnt a hole in the back deck." And I thought she was joking until I went outside and looked. And lo and behold, I had burnt a hole in the back deck. So this story that I created, this example I created was amazing because I shared how I have been working for the last 5 years solidly on why I cannot take action regardless of how I feel, which is what I used to do before I had a kid and before I went through the last 10 years of my life. Not her fault, because that was actually my mum passing away that really triggered all of this off again. But I did 10 years of work on myself and it was amazing. And I had my own TV show on YouTube and I was moving through life in an incredible way until I wasn't. And now here I am again, just unraveling. A whole new world of trauma has come up in the last 10 years. And it took me 5 years to get over my mum passing away. And so really the last 5 years I've been focusing on my stuff. And a lot of it has been around why can I not take action? Because essentially what I do when I feel like taking action is this part of me, oh, don't hit that. Oh, hang on a minute. I need to check and make sure the sound still works because the cat just hit the microphone. And you have to know that I think the reason the sound stopped was because she hit the microphone last time too. And I think the cord is loose. And so it came out. Happy days. Anyway, oh, my brain. And I sang a beautiful song on there too about my brain and how it stopped. And I don't have that song on this video now. And I'm not singing it again because I can't remember what I sang. It was in the moment. Anyway, coming back. Sorry, I am a little rattled about the fact that I just created this whole video and my pattern is to get up and walk out the door and go, I can't face it. I can't do it. I'm going to go and pick up my phone and sit down and do nothing because that's my habit. That is my absolute pattern, is to avoid reality, is to avoid whatever I'm feeling, whatever happened, pick up the phone and go into my bubble and hide away. That is my pattern until today. And that's what I wanted to share was even though I did burn a hole in the deck and it is about this big, see the photo, even though I did that, I took a minute and my logical, rational brain jumped in and said, well, hang on a minute. Yes, you burnt a hole in the ground in the back deck. You did not burn the house down. So you're okay. You're okay. Everybody in the house is okay. I'm okay. We are all okay. It's okay. It's not the end of the world and you are not an idiot for doing it. And that was a big one for me, was going, I am not an idiot for doing it. And then taking a moment to realize that I get to choose. And it was something, and I want to read this because it was something that Katie Clark shared in one of her videos, and I really am enjoying her videos at the moment. And what she shared was make choices from where you are with what you have. And I had this moment this morning because then I followed it up with decide to keep sitting in bed or decide to do yoga and then get up and do it. And what I have been doing, which I shared so eloquently in the next video, I will try to share as eloquently in this video, is that there was So did I say next video? Last video. The video that had no sound. That's what I meant. I shared it perfectly in that video. I will try and share it perfectly in this video too. What happened was, for me, when I have the desire to do something and I see the path, I see the disassociate, distract, and disappear. That pathway is well and truly grooved into the road. Then I see another pathway, but I cannot walk that other pathway. And so I just keep going round and around and around in the same circle over and over and over again. And then when I reach that crossroad, I physically cannot do anything other than go that way. It's a weird feeling. I could not decide to take a different action. I could not decide to take a different action. I just couldn't. The only action, even though I saw another path, I physically could not walk that path. And there have been so many different elements over the last 5 years that I've had to work on to get to this point, to be able to make a different decision. And it was actually really nice this morning, because my pattern would have been to sink in, that feeling, to sink into that utter, hopeless, worthless, useless feeling, because I've just done something stupid again, and I've just done something wrong again. And therefore, I need to just go and disappear, because I am so stupid and hopeless and worthless that nothing I do will ever create a success. So here we are. I'm just going to stay in my bubble and get on my phone, because nothing I do is ever going to be successful or creative or amazing or clever or wonderful. So why would I bother? And that is where I have sat, past tense, most of my life, is in that space. And this morning, it was actually really delightful, nice, delightful, because that happened and I could have disappeared. Instead, what I did was I saw, okay, yes, I did burn a hole in my back deck overnight. Can't deny the fact that we have a big hole in the back deck. I did that. However, I didn't burn the house down, and we are all fine. And I am not an idiot. It is a mistake, and it was a mistake that I made, and can't say I'm going to learn from the mistake, because this is the second time I've done something like this with ashes from a fireplace. However, last time it was on a concrete floor and it just singed a black mark on the floor. It didn't actually burn a hole through the deck. So I can't guarantee that I'm going to learn from the mistake. However, it was a mistake, and it was a very innocent mistake. And I did think that the ashes were cold, and I did not do it on purpose with intention. It happened. And so now that happened, what can I do? Where can I go from here? And so I went, okay, hang on a minute. I actually wrote out a list of things that I wanted to achieve today. So where's the list? And the list is on the wall. Okay, so what do I want to do this morning? What do I actually want to create today? So I went through that list and I went, all right, so wash the dishes. I'm going to go wash the dishes. So wash the dishes. Movement. Okay, I'm going to go and set myself up to do some movement exercises for 20 minutes. Okay, I've done that. Now what? Well, now I wanted to mop the floor. Okay, I'm going to mop the floor. Right. Okay, now that's done. What am I going to do? Well, I want to eat breakfast. All right, let's eat breakfast. Okay, now what's next on the list? Brush my teeth. Okay, let's brush my teeth. Okay, now what's left on the list? Go and create a video. Okay, I'm going to go and create a video. That is the difference, is the fact that I was actually, and this might not make sense, and maybe it doesn't make sense, but it makes so much sense to me, that my honest pattern has been to, and what I would have done last week, what I would have done 3 days ago, was go into my bubble, go into my hole, go into my own little personal hell of beating myself up and telling myself that I'm a failure, and telling myself that I'm an idiot, and telling myself that I'm useless, and telling myself that I'm hopeless. And I would have spent a whole day just feeling like crap watching YouTube videos. That's what I would have done. And this morning I made a different decision, because I could. because I could, because I have been diligently working on this part of me that keeps believing that I have no other choice. This is my only option. This is my only option. I don't have another choice. I don't have another choice. And I have been diligently working on my brain to go, you have another choice. There is another option. You are choosing to sit and watch YouTube videos. So while I sit and go into that demise over the last couple of weeks, a couple of months, I've been looking at it going, I am choosing this. I am choosing to sit and watch this video. I am choosing to sit and be on Facebook. I am choosing to sit on my phone. Even though I feel like I have no other choice, I am ultimately choosing this in this moment right now. Even though I feel like I don't have another choice, I am choosing this right now. And I feel like that is what has created enough separation. I've got cat hair on me. I don't know if you can see, I have a cat sitting. I just looked at the camera to go, can you see this? I have a cat sitting on my lap. I have a cat sitting on my lap. I have a dog sitting on the floor, and I have another cat sitting on the table. So yeah, that's why there's fluff flying up everywhere, because it's cold today. They're all cold. So I have some of them in here with me in this freezing cold room. Anyway, I digress. So if you are in a position where you keep doom scrolling, you keep getting on your phone, you keep picking up your phone every time something happens, every time you want to do something else, every time you make a decision because you feel horrible, every time something happens, every time you pick up your phone and you pick up your phone and you pick up the phone, instead of trying to stop yourself picking up the phone, because I found that doesn't work. For me, it was saying to myself, when I was watching stuff consciously, I didn't change what I was doing. I did not change what I was doing. I would sit and watch stuff, and I would just keep saying to myself, I am choosing to watch this right now. I am choosing to watch this right now. I am choosing to watch this right now. When I remembered, it's not something I remember to do every day and all the time. And, no, I did not do that. I'm not that perfect. That's probably why it's taken me so long to get out the other side. It's because I am not perfect. However, for me, that was one of the tools. And one thing that I used, I just make sure the video is still, yep, audio is still working, because the cat just knocked the cord again. Um, if I can share with you, that is probably the main tool that I have used for this, specifically to be able to create a different choice. There are other things I'd had to do to come into alignment with actually taking the other actions. However, this one is specific to being even able to make a different choice, because I really felt like I could not make another choice. There was no other option for me. All I could do was pick up my phone and watch YouTube videos. That's all I could do. You can even ask my daughter, and she will say, Mum didn't seem to be able to do anything else. She wanted to do other things, but she couldn't get up and she couldn't do anything else. That was all she could do. And unfortunately, that has been my reality for a long time, where I didn't have a choice. Now I have a choice, even with the video not working, the audio not working. Last week, if that had happened, I would have just shut the computer down and gone, nah, I'm out of here. It's too hard. And then I would have gone and picked up the phone, and I would have sat in the bedroom and I would have watched stuff all day. That was my reality. I am so thankful that that is not my reality today. I cannot say what my reality tomorrow is going to be, but for so far today, that has not been my reality. My reality is I had some pretty big things happen. I burnt a hole in the bottom of the deck. I mean, seriously, the whole house could have burnt down. Like, you can see the photo. The whole house could have burnt down. It was right next to a cardboard box and a gas tank. So, if it had gone, I think it was about that far away from the cardboard box where the timber was burning. So if the flame from the deck or the heat from the ashes had hit the cardboard box, and the cardboard box had gone up, there was a whole pile of cardboard boxes behind that cardboard box. The whole thing could have gone up. It didn't. And I am thankful but I'm not fooling myself into thinking that it could have gone badly. And the fact that I am now not sitting in the bedroom wallowing in my own demise of hell is an amazing, remarkable achievement for me. Like, this is a big deal for me. And that's, I think, is how I did it, was by sitting and saying, I am choosing this. This is what I'm choosing to do right now. Even though I don't feel like it's a choice, this is what I'm choosing to do right now. And that, not alone, but that is one thing that I have done to help create this separation. So that is my video. Yeah, I still wish I had the song from the other video. It was so good. My brain stopped and I sang a tune. It was such a good tune. That's okay. It's okay. I did not die. Ultimately, isn't that where most of our brains go? Oh my God, I'm going to die. My life is over. I'm going to die. And that is absolutely where my brain goes. So it took a minute to also bring myself back from the fact that, yes, okay, the audio did not work, but I am not going to die because of it. Yes, I burned a hole in the back deck, but I did not die because of it. And that is really ultimately what we're all doing, is moving around the world going, I'm going to die. Whenever anything, even small, goes wrong, the smallest thing, I'm going to die. My life is over. I'm going to die. And that, for me, has been what has stopped me making any other choice, because it is a big emotion to feel when you feel like you're going to die all the time. When you feel like my life is over, I'm going to die all the time. It's a really hard place to be. It's a really hard place to sit and feel. And sitting and feeling those feelings is really, really challenging. So this is, I guess, step one, is to just say to yourself, when you're watching a Facebook, when you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube or Instagram or any social media, just say to yourself, I'm making the choice to do this. This is a choice I am making right now. That's even a better one. This is a choice I am making right now. And see what happens. Anyway, beautiful humans, thank you so much for watching. I am now going to go and figure out what my next move is. I feel like it's more food. No, it's not. Yes, it is, because I think it's time for me to eat more food, but it is to wash my hair. Woo! Wash my hair and have a shower. So that is going to be the next thing that I do. Wash my hair and have a shower. And then it is chill out and watch something, because I am acutely aware that I still need time to disappear into my bubble. So I give myself that time. I'm making sure that my actions from the morning all the way up until about midday, 1 o'clock, are active actions, actions that I really want to take. And then from 1 o'clock onwards, they are the actions. That's when I get to go into my bubble. That's where I get to disassociate. That's where I get to disappear from life for a while. And maybe that will work for you too. Anyway, I am going to, I don't know, kick my cats off my lap and off my desk so I can finish off this video and put it online. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, I hope you enjoy that photo of me burning a hole in the back deck. That was a doozy. Bye.